He damn near smoked you. We see it on Twitter.
It's your boy James. Trust the process.
Oh my God.
I want to just talk about protecting your peace, and sometimes it's not easy to protect your peace.
Sometimes we have to go through those hard times in order to appreciate the good times.
Die being dirty. It's your boy James. Stop being dirty. Stop eating dirty. Trust the process. Protect your peace. And one thing I know about protecting my peace, and something I had to learn and the hard way, and I still see people struggle with, is you have to understand that you get exactly what you accept. Whatever you allow in your life is what you chose. See, being treated poorly is a choice. You set the precedence on how someone should treat you. If somebody treats you a certain way that is outside of the standards of what you accept, you have to eliminate this person from your life. You have to eliminate anything that is stopping you from being better. But if you continue to allow people who take away from your peace, your sanity, your focus, it is your fault. It is not theirs. One thing I've learned about being an adult is taking ownership and response to John the Donathan. So I like this. I like the legend talk. I see everybody's doing it, but I'm gonna stay with it. I feel like it started with the Math Hoffa and the surf, but I'm gonna keep going with it. And you know, we could do. I have a few other ones that we could debate. So now we're gonna get into heavier debates. John's debate is tough, man. I was talking about it with Harlem Whites, and it's hard to talk about John the Don with Harlem Whites because they're the same person. So it's almost like arguing with John about is he a legend or not. So let's break this down. Now, first of all, the grind time era, that's a big part. John's been around before the Smack. I don't really know I can't align it. Was Smack DVD around during the grind time? Well, I know Smack DVD was primarily a bunch of hood shit, and at the end of it was a battle, whereas grind time was based on battles. John's a grind time era a battler, so that's dope. Then he came in battle B Magic, had the multiple choice. Now I know some people's gonna type, oh, Serious Jones had the multiple choice, whatever. Serious Jones made it a hot line. John made it a hot song. It is what it is. Give me that. For me, that's John shit. Also, John went from looking like a real humble little Care Bear chunky face child to, like, you know, prosper into a bald-headed bearded man. And like, so I say that because we see his growth as a man, as a battler. That shit is fire. You've seen these dudes over like a decade. It's like you really see the growth and the change of them in like a personality and shit like that. So to me, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So good morning. So with that being said, like, I think that's fire to see, like, the you know what I'm saying, like, the growth of him as a my boy. Matter of fact, I got distracted. The maintenance man had to come through. Don't you ever disrupt this blog again, Julio. So that's fire. Also, speaking of that, John is the greatest PG of all time. John is the greatest PG of all time. John talked him, I don't know if he talked himself into it or he argued about it. I know Hitman Holla was in Chicago looking for a Summer Madness battle, and John reeled that shit right in. Sparked up an argument, it was recorded, boom, and that's how battles happen. Now this Hitman battle is a huge thing for John, because the fact that answer me this, is that not John's most classic battle ever? I'll wait. I'll answer. Yes, it is. That shit 10 years old. This is when the debate starts coming. This is when the legend shit goes like this. The greatest showing, your greatest back and forth was Hitman Holla. And it's fire because you put yourself on the map. You showed you can hang with the big dogs. All that shit. But See, the problem is I don't blame John for this, what I'm going to say now, where this debate comes in. So let's talk about how he battled Geechee Gotti, chess. He battled Holla the Don. He battled Rum Nitty. And a few other names that were not on their A game. And that is not John's fault, but it plays in the role of his legendary status. You understand what I'm saying? When these guys weren't their best these days. He didn't beat a great chess, a great Geechee. He didn't beat a great Nitty. Nitty choking, chess choking. Geechee, that night. Hollow. I just feel like Hollow's been on a decline, and so that's not really big blame, but still, you didn't get a top-tier Hollow. You got a dying Hollow. You know what I'm saying? And then you just put the, you and Big K was fire, but this is what I'm saying. Let's not stray from the fact. I think you took, you took an L to A-Verb. A-Verb's talking about he's a rooster. You awkwardly smoking Reggie on stage. That was nasty. 2-2 fire. This is what I'm saying. No. Get back to the point I'm trying to make. John is one of the hardest battlers to beat. John is one of the most talented, strategic, tactical battlers out there. John is definitely someone that, like, if you were putting a super battle team together, John better be on it. Takes his craft serious. He's 100%. He doesn't choke. But the thing that messed up John's legacy is the big battles he has gotten, it hasn't been to the level of, like, he bodied Mr. Wavy, he bodied Jack Boy. Okay, you bodied a couple rookies that people were debating if they can even handle the main stage, and you showed they couldn't. Salute Mr. Wavy. It's my guy. Got killed that night. But I'm just saying. So does that make you a legend? See, if he would have got an A1 chess and an A1 Nitty and an A1, these people, it would have been like, yo, of course John is a legend. But when John pops, he took an L to Cortez. I remember that. I was in Miami. That's a crazy story. Like that, around whenever that year was, we were partying hard. I was like, yo, we in Miami. Fuck it, let's all take a Molly. We like 10 deep. We safe. We get it lit. I swear to God, I think we got bath salts. I was like sick in bed for like 2 days. Within that sickness of ordering some disgusting ass greasy Miami food, as I'm done for. Me and my boy Scraps was out of commission. Everybody else was just like dying on the beach. I was like, I'm not even leaving this bed. I think we got laced. I don't know what it was. But as I was at that battle released while I was laid up, watched it, I had Cortez winning that, which doesn't change it. I'm just saying, he has some wins, the losses. The problem is, when he has people that'll put him on the map to really be like he's a legend, these guys were not on their A game. Therefore, those battles looked washy. They're not rewatched. They're like, yeah, you won, but. And it sucks because it's not John's fault, but it's the reality. John the Don is not a legend. John the Don. John the Don is an elite, top tier, elite. He's not low tier, mid tier, top tier, elite, top tier legend. He's under legend status. I mean, don't get me wrong. He has a league owner. But the fact of the matter is, why John can't get that surf battle? Why can't he get certain battle? Why was he chasing Hollow for 8 years before he got the battle? Why is he chasing surf and can't get the battle? Because when his name pops up to these people, they're not jumping for the battle. Whereas Sue Surf could put out a blog, a tweet, an Instagram live calling you out. That shit is getting booked. It's getting booked. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between superstars and all-stars. I'm just saying. A legend, because let's not throw the word around too crazy. Y'all wanted to debate me about the math, about the surf. Y'all gonna debate me on this, and it's all good. John is an incredible battle rapper. He is amongst the elite. We've seen him grow in this game. But unfortunately for John, when he comes with 100% against the top names that could end up a classic, if they came 100% as well, they're coming 70, 65, 80. They're not like, yo, John just bodied of fire such and such. It's John John just beat this dude who had an off night. It's bullshit. It's taken away, but it is what it is. And those are the facts that hurt John John being a legend, in my opinion. In my opinion. John John the Don doesn't take nothing from him. Salute to John John. I'll be tuning into him and Ace. Support what he does. Support his league. Building up these names and doing what he does. Doing what he does. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to project himself correctly. He knows how to speak properly when he needs to in the form of getting his point across without ignorance. I respect that in human beings, period. And he possesses that. But when it comes down to being a legend, I feel like it's still reachable for him. But right now, John John stopped battling today. I don't believe he's a legend. I believe he's an elite top tier. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what y'all think. Stop being dirty. Trust the process. Remember how I started this blog. You get exactly what you accept. You get what you accept. Stop being dirty.